What's the tea?
Well, spill it. Here I go.
Why y'all home?
Well, everybody, the Puffy Combs trial has begun, and, you know, prosecutors are saying that Puffy fired at least one gunshot into the ceiling of the nightclub, which is, like, ridiculous. This whole thing happened back, of course, in December of '99. The comment came during the opening statements, and 3 people were injured during a shooting. Of course, Shine and Anthony Wolf Jones, the bodyguard, will also be standing trial. They're also saying that when the gunshots rang out, now whoever threw the, pulled the trigger, whatever, Puffy ran out of the club so fast and got into the waiting SUV that it wasn't until he got into the truck that he realized that he left Jennifer behind, along with his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf. He just, like, ran. You know, forget it. That's a true sign of an itch bag, by the way. Leaving his
I thought it was an unk pay.
Well, eventually, Jennifer and Wolf made their way to the SUV without Puffy.
Right.
They ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing a gun out the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second gun, of course, in the car.
Right.
All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard, Puffy, and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually, Puffy and his bodyguard, Wolf, were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the gun. And Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, because the prosecutor said this, "I can't go to jail. I'm Puff Daddy." Well, okay. All right, now I'm going to give you a quick, brief breakdown of some of the jurors, and I'll give you the rest on the next down low, or if you call and you express interest about this particular case, I'll chat with you. A white man in his late 20s or early 30s. He's a paralegal at a corporate law firm. He's a college graduate, and he has a favorable impression of Puffy. That's juror number 1. Number 2 is a middle-aged white woman who's retired from print media. She and her husband live on the Upper West Side of New York. They have 2 grown children, a son who works in printing, and a daughter who's a yoga instructor.
Okay.
That's juror number 2. Number 3 is a white native New Yorker in her 50s who works with autistic children in the city's public school.
Oh, no.
She lives in Midtown Manhattan with her husband, who's an educator, and their 22-year-old daughter lives in Oregon, where she's working on her master's degree in speech pathology. Juror number 4 is a black man in his 30s. He's a corrections officer in the Federal Detention Center over in Brooklyn. He does own some Puffy CDs.
Wow.
Number 4 is a black man in his mid-50s who works as a commercial tax collector in New York City. He's lived in Harlem for 20 years, and he has a 30-year-old son. And the last one that I'm going to introduce you to now is a black woman in her 40s who works as a peace officer at a public library. She's also been involved in checking departing baggage, from the library. For stolen books. So she's a woman who lives on the right side of the law.
Okay.
So anyway, those are the 6 of the 12 jurors, and I'll introduce you to the other 12 in the next down low, where I'll also give you some shocking new information about Jesse Jackson, and I got something on Brandy. Be here, okay?
All right, that's what's up. At 6:51, news and traffic is up next. We are the world famous Dream Team Show. Write it down.
It's the world famous Dream Team Show. Dream Team Show.
There's somebody calling on the.
That's him.
How do you know?
Because I spoke to them. He's calling back and he doesn't care if it's on the air.
Okay, where are we going to go?
Good, then we're going to be on the air. Hello?
Hi, I have Mr. Combs.
Oh, okay. Now we're down to Mr. Combs. What do I call him?
Mr. Combs is on the line.
Like the president. Hi, Puffy.
Hey, what's up, girl?
How are you?
Just chilling, just watching this news, bugging out, man.
Yeah, I was just doing the story on you and Jay-Z in donating $1 million to the American Red Cross.
Yeah.
That's good work.
Yeah, it's just crazy just looking at it. It's definitely a sad time, and we were both on the phone talking.
Yeah.
Felt like if we could do something, we needed to really kind of do something now.
Yeah.
And so that's what we decided to do. And it's crazy, so hopefully the money will help, and we're just praying right now. Our prayers are just that some help gets there right now. Hopefully, the government will stand up and do what they're supposed to do.
Here's the thing, because I noticed you chose the American Red Cross. I happen to be doing a radiothon on Tuesday. We're going to be on the radio for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And we're giving the money to the American Red Cross. As a matter of fact, the money's going directly there. There's no checks that are being mailed to here at the radio station. But we chose the American Red Cross because I've researched it, and we as a show have researched it. And the American Red Cross actually does put money in the hood as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our reason, and also
Exactly.
that was the only people we were even seeing out there. If you saw anybody on the news, it was the Red Cross.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like you want to go over there yourselves, and this is just a start for what we're both going to do. For us, you know, we haven't really done any videos together, haven't done a lot together. We thought this was a great statement for us to get together and try to help to get the ball rolling. And these are also people that have supported us, and these are like our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We say that, you know, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
Exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around. And a lot is given to me and Jay-Z, and much is expected, and we're just trying to do the best we can.
Exactly. So where are you now? You still in Miami?
No, I'm in Atlanta now. I'm in Atlanta. I just left L.A. I'm in Atlanta now. I'll be back there.
It'll be Bad Boy South.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Justin's restaurant.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have Justice out here.
Yeah.
So also we're gonna be doing some stuff out here because a lot of the people came here that could get in their cars and evacuate. A lot of people evacuated from New Orleans to Atlanta. So there's gonna be also some efforts done out here.
Good work, my dude. You know, I wanted to come down and go to your party over VMAs, but I couldn't make it. But, you know, thanks for the invites and stuff. And I'm going to keep this telephone call here positive. But I need you to let me know approximately when your CD is going to be coming out, and we're going to be doing this interview that you've been promising.
Yeah.
me for.
Me and you are speaking on the air for the first time for a great cause, and you know, we're going to do a interview with each other, something that people could understand how we have, you know, gotten our relationship back on track.
Right.
You know, in the next couple of months, you know. But I definitely, you know, wanted to do this with you now. I think this is even for a better cause, better situation. Yeah. But then also after all of this is taken care of, and hopefully God turns things around in a positive way, me and you get busy with our unfinished business.
Exactly, because you promised me a no holds bar, according to you.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have it out. That's what you want. So we're going to do it so we can put it past us, you know?
Yes. And, you know, it's funny how tragedy just brings people together. Like, I like how you and Jay have joined together, and in our own little way, I even like how you've called here, and we're talking about this, and I'm showing restraint on my tongue, and I'm keeping it just where it is, because this is big. I'm glad that
we know that's a lot for you, Wendy, and we appreciate you, you know, keeping it focused on the people, and you know, God will bless you for that. And I'll remember it. And when we get together, you can let it loose. I'm gonna let it loose back, though.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Well, look, if you stay on the phone for any more than 10 more seconds, then I'm about to change the tide. So let's get off the phone.
I gotta go, Ma. Holler at you. God bless everybody, and whatever you could give, man, just $10. A dollar, a penny, whatever is better than that. And most importantly, give your prayers up, because God answers all prayers if you believe.
Yeah. All right, Puff.
Peace.
Be easy. All right. I remember I got off the air one day, and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van that they were coming at. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my coworkers at SHOT standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking, what are you all looking for? Because, you know, when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk before I knew it, out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, it's total outside. And they were about to set it on you. So Jennifer Lopez is talking about her exes with my friend Big Boy from Big Boy's Neighborhood. He's a big radio star, you know. Hey, Big Boy. Anyway, so he asked Jennifer the ultimate who'd you rather question. And listen very closely, watch her response, and then I've got my opinion, as I usually do. Hit it.
You look in the ocean, you see 2 people floating. You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the ocean, you see Ben Affleck and you see Diddy. That's it. J to the L, give me 5. Hello.
And I also liked that she said, let them both drown. But then she came back, she backpedaled, and she said, you didn't see this part. She said, no, you know, Ben, you know I love you. And Puffy, I love you too. I adore that we're the last 2 people on earth who refer to him as Puffy. I don't like when people change their names in the middle of our relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me to call you Diddy. I know you as Puffy. That's it. I would let them both drown too, Jen. I'm gonna tell you why. And I mean it. First of all, Ben Affleck gave me a $5 million pink ring. We bought a beautiful Gone with the Wind style house in Georgia. I put you in the Bentley and we did the video together. We paraded on the red carpet and you break off the engagement and embarrass me? Die! Right? And to twist the knife even further in the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez thing is that it's not even like he's not the marrying kind. He went off and married the other Jennifer and they've got kids. Die, die, die. Right? And Puffy. You had me speeding through numerous traffic lights, doing gunplay in a nightclub. You remember, you had me do the perp walk and spend a few hours in jail. Die!
But we do have to investigate things around here. We don't just fly by the seat of our pants and just start talking. You know what I mean? So the investigation is done, and now I can talk about Puffy and Drake and the punch in the face. It's time for Celebrity Fight. Hit it! Okay. So, the city, Miami, the nightclub, Live. Okay, that's what Live. Puffy was furious. Well, some people were saying that Puffy was furious because Drake tried to hit on his girlfriend, Cassie. But that's not what happened. What happened is Puffy's furious that Drake scored the song 0 from 100 because Puffy felt the song belonged to him, meaning Puffy. The song was given to both gentlemen. And Puffy was sitting on it for a long time, like, you know, I'll get back to it. Let me, you know, I haven't even listened to it yet. Well, give me, okay, just, I'll get round to it. In the meantime, Drake's like, I like this song. I want to record this song. You know, is Puffy going to do it or not? Because it's given to both of us. So Drake ended up recording it, and as you know, that's the song of the summer. And, you know, a song that everybody snaps their neck to. And Puffy missed out on a big hit. So the guys see each other at Live nightclub. Next thing you know, Puffy punches Drake in the face. Well, at first, I'm like, how uncivilized. There has to be more to this. Let's investigate. Well, we did. And apparently, this punch in Drake's face from Puffy is 10 months long overdue. And I'm going to tell you why. Drake has a history of disrespecting Puffy. And I've got the video footage to prove it. Look at this. Look at this. Watch what happens. Drake mics sit. Now you know. You don't snatch somebody's microphone. Even when we do Ask Wendy, you know, I hold onto my mic tight. The second somebody wants to take it, I'm like, no. The mic is the power. No. No. Now, we all know that Drake is very talented. You know, he sings, he raps. Some people think he's very, very handsome. You know, he's right now at the top of the charts as far as music is concerned and talent. But maybe this has gone to his head where he just feels as though he can walk around and disrespect a legend. Yeah, I said it. I can call it the way I see it. You know, who's better than Puff in terms of, you know, longevity in this game? Being a mogul, being a rapper, producing and making hits. Who's better? Not Drake. I can't think of anybody at this particular time. And also, respect that man's age. He's almost 50. No, not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He should have punched him in the face back in February when he grabbed his microphone. I mean, okay, I understand. Drake's mic went dead, and Puffy was standing right next to him. But you don't grab somebody's anything, much less a microphone from a legend. What he should have done, this Drake, is he should have gone to one of these people behind them. We don't know who those people are. I bet you they're not the only ones. Those two weren't the only ones with microphones. He could have grabbed a microphone from a lesser-known upstart, you know? Or snapped his fingers and waited for them to bring a microphone to the stage quickly, like quick. And we were debating this morning in the Hot Topics meeting, and you know, some people were saying Drake should have apologized immediately after the performance. But you know what? If I were Puff, I wouldn't even accept the apology, because I just wouldn't. Like, there's so many other things you can do than grab the microphone of one of your elders, you know? I'm just saying, respect the age and respect the gangster in the game, Drake, and don't let your success go to your head, young man.
You know, we brought in Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian because he had made some comments about that.
What did he say?
Well, he talked about the whole feminization of hip hop culture from the 80s on. You know,
I think he's taking the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about how when we were younger, you wear an ear in your left ear, and that was considered straight, and the ear in your right ear, that would be gay, and then at one point, people started wearing both earrings, and you know what I mean?
And then they started wearing girl pants, and then they're wearing jeggings, and then, yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear. There were lots of homosexuals in hip-hop back in the 80s, too. You know, that was what's worse? Hip-hop wearing skirts, or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood, that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. Mm-hmm. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So
this thing about Puffy being arrested, I'm not sure what to make of it, because if you're a parent, you go ham on anybody who messes with your kids. But okay, he was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, and battery, and making terroristic threats. The terroristic threat charge was just added this morning, right? Yeah, we just found that out about an hour ago. Well, here's what happened. So his son, Justin, plays the cornerback on the UCLA football team. And he's going into his junior year. And he's there on a full-ride scholarship. And so the boy, I guess, is, serious about his sports. Puffy is said to be a helicopter dad, shows up and, you know what helicopter parenting is. Anyway, a helicopter dad. So apparently the team had practice early in the morning, and Justin had missed quite a few practices, and then he wasn't performing suitable to whoever's watching over the team. I guess they would call that the coach. He wasn't performing well, so they said, well, then go home. So I don't know whether he lives in a dorm, he went back to the dorm, or whether he went back to the mansion, but whatever he did, he talked to his dad, and his dad grabbed the keys, I suspect, to the Maybach, and sped to the school to talk to the training coach, the weight coach, whatever it was, the one who sent Justin home. So when Puffy gets there, the coach is on the phone, and the coach says, I guess, wait, there he is right here. I know, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, the girls are like, oh. Because I said the same thing. Anyway, look, so dude is on the phone. I guess Puffy's like, no, you don't make me wait, and started going crazy, on the coach, and put his hand up like this, and Puffy walked up to his hands like, allegedly, you don't put your hands up to me. And then he sent him out like to the weight room. Adjacent, I guess, to his office. And when he gets out to the weight room, there's interns, there's witnesses around. And by the way, there's camera footage of all this, but we don't have it yet. First, the cops have to look at it, and then we'll get it. Look. Look. So then he gets out to the weight room and proceeds to swing a kettle at allegedly. This is the kettle. When you go to the gym, that's the one where you do this. Ow, I hate them. One day I'm gonna get so mad at the gym, I'm just gonna let it go and shatter the mirror. Anyway, but proceeded to allegedly, swing the kettle at an intern. So the cops were called, Puffy was arrested. I'm sure it wasn't an overnight stay, but there's got to be more to the story. And I would also think that they might be, wouldn't they perhaps want to now kick Justin off the team on the basis of what his hot-headed father did? I don't know, I'm split on this, because the coach could have said some really wrong stuff to Puffy and also some wrong stuff to Justin on one hand. On the other hand, this is not Pop Warner football. This is college ball, where most guys on the team want to go and play for the big leagues. So you have to be hard on them. And if you can't take your kid getting the business from their coaches, then maybe you shouldn't be at the practices, only, at the games. On one hand. On the other hand, the coach used to also be some sort of coach or something for the Jets, so he's familiar, but he also has a criminal past. Well, he was charged with, well, first of all, when he played in the NFL, he was suspended at one point for tripping another player. And also, he was charged with assaulting 3 students while he was in college. So, in other words, even Steven. Cassie, 8 years wasted, no baby. So now what will happen? Well, she and Puffy have allegedly split up. This is a beautiful dress, by the way, that she has on. And Puffy, you look great for all the hard partying that we've all been through after a particular, period in our lives. Reportedly, Cassie found out that Puffy was cheating on her with another woman. So she broke up with him, and I'm sure she'll be back soon. Or she's got cachet now because, once you date a superstar, you'd be foolish not to use that cachet to bounce to the next superstar. Like, she's not gonna date, at this point, she's spent 8 years of her life being flown around the world in private planes, doing the best and wearing the best. Why is she going to date the principal of Ocean Township High School? You know what I mean? Anyway, but she's an actress, Oh, yes, I didn't know either, but look. I thought she was a professional girlfriend. I had no idea. But apparently, she's over in South Africa filming Honey 3. Now, Honey, I didn't even know there was a Honey 2. Okay. Remember, Honey 1 starred Jessica Alba. And she hasn't acted, I don't think, since then. Well, no, she's got the kids, and she's still married to Cash Warren, and she's got one of those good websites that shows us how to do stuff, and she's got the Honor Company, Honest Company, which that stuff is every place. So she's got a good business. I'd say forget acting, too. It's too much work memorizing lines. Anyway, but back to Cassie. So Cassie's in South Africa filming Honey 3. And she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. And, you know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them because if you use your head, you never know when they're gonna pop up on the scene. Like he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing would scare the bejesus out of me. It would. Anyway, listen. The rumors of their split started because Cassie didn't go to Puffy's birthday party, and that was last month. And now, allegedly, Puffy and his baby's mother, Kim Porter, were seen coming out of the sex store together. But my thing is, when you have 3 kids with a man, is it ever really over? Because people in my Hot Topics meeting who don't have children, you know, sometimes when people don't have kids, they don't understand that that will always be a tie that binds you, whether you sleep together or whether you just have pleasant conversation. Girlfriends can't compete with babies' mothers. That's what I mean. Oh my gosh. The lady they just showed looked like she was having a coming to Jesus moment. She said, nope. Yeah. I said, no. But yeah, and they were in the sex store. And then it was mentioned in Hot Topics, sex stores are really corny now. Who goes to sex stores? And I said, well, I guess a lot of people, but they're not what they used to be. Remember you used to have to put on dark glasses and a hat, and you'd go in and get your stuff, and then you'd leave. But these days, you don't even have to go to a sex, like you could, anyway, look, I don't care. Let's move along. I don't care. And one more thing, they said to me, well, Wendy, do you ever think Puffy will settle down? And I said, yeah, like most men who think they're playboys when they're young, somewhere around 68 to 78 years old, when he needs help with his applesauce, you know, or something. Yeah, he'll pick one and settle down, and that'll be that. But right now, no, I don't think he will. And I think that he's like leading this playboy lifestyle where he's got these women in his life, like Cassie will be back, mark my word. And where he's got these women hypnotized, which by the way, do you know what? You know the Ciroc, the commercial with the Frank Sinatra. And he's got on the suit, and he's with his dudes. He looks hot. That's it. Anyway, please welcome Sean Diddy Combs.
No, I'm not taking them off.
Yeah. I gotta see you.
Bad boy!
Nice. Bad boy! Okay. The drama of it all.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture, you know, hip-hop culture and also hip-hop celebrities and just understanding that it's news, not just saying that's all that you cover, but you started shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I accept that.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a full circle moment, everybody.
yes.
Get into adult conversation.
Yeah,
This is full circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you smell delicious. You can't feel it through the TV, but he's got finery on. Like finery. And you've got diamonds in your teeth. Which, this is the thing, Lala was here the other day. Is that permanent? Hers aren't.
Yeah, mine is.
You're permanent?
Yeah.
How long you had that?
For like 2.5 years.
Yeah. I want to give you shoe cam. Put your feet on those feet.
Okay.
And while you're looking at his shoes, just check out the finery of what his entire suit is made out of. Yeah, there's a whole situation.
Yeah. These are Saint Laurents.
Yes. Well, as long as we're asking, and your suit?
Givenchy.
Yeah. And you'll wear it once and you'll throw it away?
No. I like collecting pieces. So if I buy something, I feel like in 3 years it'll look better.
As long as you keep your weight down, right?
True.
Like, it is so good to see you, and I talk about this through the TV all the time. You know, like when Prodigy passed away, when we see fallen soldiers from our era,
yes,
doesn't that make you shed tears and haunt you just a bit? Like, damn. Mm-hmm. So knowing that, like, LL's a daughter just got married, he's still with Simone, you're still standing, you look terrific, you and I've come full circle, I feel good here, we're going into our ninth season, but there are a lot of people who are just dropping by the wayside.
I think right now also, because of that, I think people are more health conscious. And right now, health is definitely wealth. And I think people are into giving themselves self-love and taking care of themselves.
What do you do?
To be honest, I just went through Ramadan, and I fasted with a couple of friends of mine that are Muslim, so that's why I'm probably a little extra snatched right now.
Yeah. Yes, Puffy.
Oh, but you know what I've been doing? I've been really caring about what I put inside of me, and just caring about like what I'm doing to myself. And I think that's the page. That's really the new wave.
Because I haven't seen you in over 15 years, but I'm not seeing wrinkles. I'm seeing good. It's good.
Thank you.
So, all right. Back to your lifestyle.
Yes.
Because you live a really hectic lifestyle. And I don't understand all the running around. And who are these people that you surround yourself with? And who are these people? Do they violate you? Do you get robbed? What happens? Now, you threw a house party, and I got the footage. Okay? Look at this. Now, who has this many people at their house? Puff, or Sean, Diddy, Doody, what do I call you?
I think you should call me Puff. You always call me Puff.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. First hurdle jumped. Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous to come out here. I was drinking some Ciroc in the back, and
Why didn't you bring some out? We could have got turned up and really had a conversation.
Can we get 2 Cirocs on the rocks, please? Thank you very much.
But so you have all those people at your house. And we were just talking on Hot Topics about Alyssa Milano and her business manager stealing $10 million. And I saw the list. I know you're tight. We don't have to go into it, but I'll brag on you in my mind. We talked about it. Rich. Very wealthy. Have you ever been ripped off in such a bad way that you had to file for bankruptcy or anything? Because I've talked about you a lot, but I don't recall financial talk.
Yeah, no, my mother really wouldn't have that. My mother that's my safety net. She stays on top of making sure that her vibration and what she feels, and she tells me like, I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling that, and she makes sure that I sit down.
Good. Okay, so Puff's got 6 beautiful kids. And I am particularly fond of your twins because I love a twin situation. And that one on the left, pursing her lips like,
Yeah.
But I love that you have, okay, 6 kids, 3 babies' moms.
Yes.
Okay.
And they all taken care of.
You know, that's right. I know.
All right.
Look. You know?
No, but I want to tell you the story about that. I met all of them in the same year, so I've known all of them the same amount of time. But we were friends. No, listen. Whoa, why did I do that?
Did you meet all in the same
No, I
social
was just
setting?
trying to say it wasn't like I just was running around, you know, through my career and just, you know, every couple of years just being with a new person. Like these are people that were my friends, and then I would get my heart broken, and then my friend would be there, and I would fall in love with my friend, and then I would get my heart broken again.
So are you in love now?
Yeah, I'm in love now. And I was in love then, you know?
Yeah, but you've been in love with Cassie for a while. Like, you
Yes.
guys, this is, I mean, I'm not saying that you're sloppy or anything like that, but I know that outside of your baby's moms and taking care of your kids and your empire, you do like to party, okay?
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm shocked that you and Cassie have gone this far, like the distance. What is it about her that, you know?
I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves.
Yeah.
Like when I look at her, the way she smiles. The way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake, you know?
And the Met Gala, what the sitting on the steps was going on? What is going on here?
Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, they didn't have my tickets right the year before, so I said I'm gonna stun on them and sit on the stairs as my woman looks good and takes those pictures.
Stay here. Keep staying. Up next, we're gonna talk more with Diddy, including his movie, and I wanna know about, where's G-Dep?
Okay.
What's up with Loon?
Okay.
What's up with Craig Mack?
Okay.
Why wasn't Craig Mack on the tour?
Okay.
Next.
Let's go.
Puff strikes me as the kind of kid who was hanging out with you and still thinking about the future.
I know I want to be in the music industry.
He was making music that was making the ground shake.
Puff changed the whole thing.
Hit records after hit after hit after hit.
Definition of
He believed in me more than I even believed in myself. Puffy had a vision.
vision. I was like ready to die for this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a clip from Puffy's new movie, Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yeah, make sure you'll see it. It's available exclusively on Apple Music right now.
So smart.
Go check it out.
Always making money,
Yeah.
aren't you? always making money.
No, to be honest with this, it wasn't really about making money or putting it in the theaters. I just felt like us as African-American men and women, we needed to have a story that had a happy ending, a success story,
And let me tell you something. As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot to a lot of people in general. I mean, you're an example to people who aren't black, like, yes, we can. You're an example to boys, like your boys, my boys, their boys in general. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to me, it's very important that African-American males get to see something positive. Not just who shot them this week, not the unemployment rate, not what they can't do, not incarceration, you know?
Yeah, so Bad Boy Records, and I'm proud to say I was there on the ground floor.
Yes, you was.
Every step. In the 90s, hip-hop culture changed. I mean, you were flashy with the diamonds. Right before you, remember, it was the leather medallions and
Yes.
things. It was more of the Daisy age. Shout out to De La Soul, but
Yes.
it was a different time.
Yes.
Now here you are. You've got your girls in fur bikinis. You're wearing diamonds and you're doing champagne. how did that all happen without you falling off the rail?
I definitely like jumped off the rail a couple of times. And you know, I was having fun and I was enjoying myself. But I was just tired of seeing us portrayed just like with do-rags or like, you know, gang rags on in the videos. You know, I was a fan of...
A little dusty.
Yeah.
Hip-hop was a little dusty before Puffy came along.
Yeah, I was a fan of just like, we know how to... I'm from Harlem, so the Harlem Renaissance, we have style, we know how to dress, and to me, the images are so important. The images are programmed, so it's like I want to program positive images. I want to program also us being able to wear costumes like shiny suits and have fun and just really accentuate the positive, but also be aspirational and say like, this is what we're going to get and achieve for ourselves also.
And then Craig Mack came before Biggie. Craig Mack came along, Flavor in Your Ear. But then Biggie came along, and Craig Mack, as I can recall, had one other radio play song.
Get Down.
Get Down, right. And then nothing. Craig Mack was also, to my recollection, the only bad boy artist who's still with us who was not on the tour that you guys did.
Yes.
Why?
There comes, one of the things I say is that in this music industry, you only have like a 1% success rate, you know, of really making it, you know, at the end of it. And, and people make different choices, whether to stay in the industry or not. And it's either you go crazy, you stay successful and keep your head on and you learn and you grow, or you turn to God. And, you know, a lot of people turn to God. Craig Mack
turned to God.
Turned to God, and
so did Mace, but he came back. So did Mace at one point.
Yeah. Mace
not came back. That's not what I mean. But you know what I'm saying.
I mean, almost every artist, including myself, had to turn to God. After 20 years of being in the industry, there's no place else for you to go. You know, but one of the things I want to say is that, you know, when you hear about people being saved, there's like two types of people that are saved. Like, some people get saved and they really, really follow that strict regimen because they know that they can't walk on both sides.
So that's Craig Mack.
And so Craig Mack made the decision that he was in the right place, and he didn't need to get pulled back into the industry, even if it was for one night, and I respect that.
And so then there's Loon, there's G-Dep. You know, some of these guys only had maybe one or two songs on their own, and then they collaboed. Do these people call you wanting back in?
G-Dep's in jail.
Right.
And Loon is in jail.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
By the way, during commercial break, so he whispers to me as we take our shot of Ciroc, and he says, ask me anything. Yes. I'm not going crazy, but I like that you say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the fateful night, Biggie was killed. At the height of his career.
Yes.
Do you ever feel responsible in any way? In any way?
I mean, the thing that I think I always feel some sort of, you know, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. You know what I'm saying? He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night, and you know, I let him talk me into, you know, not going to London and staying in LA. And that, you know, that's something that really bothered me, you know, throughout my life, is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut. And in my gut, I was like, you need to get on the plane. But sometimes when you don't listen to your gut, you know, and this is God's world, you know, it's his plan.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, like, you know, that's one of the things I regret, not making sure that he went to London.
So you brought CJ out, Biggie's son, at the awards. What does he call you? Does he call you Uncle Puff?
Yeah.
Uncle,
Yeah.
Uncle,
He calls me Unc.
Unc.
Yeah.
So cute. Do you think you'll ever get married? I'm not judging. I mean, you could be a playboy.
No. It's not about being a playboy. It's like, I think marriage is so serious, and it's like you're making a commitment to somebody under God, and unless you're ready to do everything that's said, then you shouldn't get married. And
You're not ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, a lot of my spirit had got lost through a lot of the things that I went through. Is, you know, even with the Biggie situation, and then just in life in general. And I really just started understanding how to really love myself and really focus on what's important. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I really did.
Life is a journey.
Yeah, life is a journey.
It really is.
And so I have to get myself together before I'm all the way together, before I'm really ready for that, because that to me is something very, very serious. And one day I hope that I'll find that. Not that I'll find that person, but I'll be able to do that.
Find it within yourself.
Yeah, I want to find it within myself.
And then deliver yourself to that
yes,
woman.
Yes. Yeah.
You are exhausting me. Let me tell you something. This week has been hella exhausting. Lala comes, talks about Mello.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar was here yesterday for a one-on-one.
Wow.
And we talked, we cried, we laughed. It was hella exhausting.
Yeah.
And then meeting up with you.
Yes.
Now, before you go, I do want to acknowledge that in addition to everything great that you're doing, you've got a charter school.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're wrapping me up, but I want you to tell me about it very quickly.
Yeah, it's Capital Prep. It's in Harlem. It's a charter school. I feel like our community's in a state of emergency. Education is the first step to turning around and making sure that our kids have a bright future. And I don't feel like the government or, you know, even any of the powers to be are sending any rescue parties for us. We have to save ourselves. And so at the end of the day, that's the step that I took.
Look, this has been decades in the making.
Yes, yes.
Don't be a stranger.
I won't be a stranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it up for Sean, Puffy, Diddy Combs. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. A Bad Boy Story is available now on Apple Music.
Right, man. You know, Wendy, we had a good friend of ours, P. Diddy, who came by the show. And
oh, okay.
Yeah, and oh, God. And we have this clip of something P. Diddy said about you.
What?
Please welcome Sean Diddy Combs.
Oh, that's a Diddy on your show, right?
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture and just understanding that it's new. Not just saying that's all that you cover, but you started shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I accept that.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you. Mm-hmm. But this is a full circle moment, everybody.
Yes. Listen, man, when I saw that, knowing the history behind all of that.
Because you know the history.
Yeah, well, break it down for our listeners.
No.
I wasn't, okay.
No, I don't feel like it. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted of the history. But y'all had bad blood for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost he wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right?
Run?
Well, not run, you know, like push you out of New York at one point. Oh, he had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out of New York. And then y'all came full circle. Now he's on your show. How did that feel for you? Like
wonderful.
Yeah.
It felt wonderful. You know why? Like we were talking about fallen soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, people from our era who die, or you see somebody and they've, you know, they don't look the same in a bad way. You know, we see a lot of that now. For me, Puff coming and representing the height of the Forbes list, the #1 entertainer, not rapper entertainer. He beat Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, all them people, the Clooneys, the Doonies, and the Boonies.
Yeah.
He's #1. That's my era. I helped him do Bad Boy. He knows. We were all in the trenches together at a particular time. And just good.
Felt great.
Real great. And a real accomplishment, hopefully to show
maybe some of the younger people or somebody, you know, somebody can try to, you know, do you in, but the power of forgiveness and the power of going on and making it. Because I've always been motivated by haters, including my parents, you know.
Okay, yeah.
You got a pretty face if you lose some weight, says my dad when I'm a young girl. The first man you're supposed to love. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I appreciate Puff, and I appreciate that I don't have to call him Diddy. Because
he told you that.
Yeah, I don't know him as that. That's Puff.
That's Puff.
That's Puff.
That's Puff.
Anyway, no, I appreciate that, and I will cherish that moment. And
did y'all have to do any due diligence beforehand, or that was the first time when you saw him on stage? Was the first
excuse me, what did I just talk to you about when you tried to say hi to me in the hall?
Yeah. Don't talk to me, Sway.
Yeah, go back in the room. Come on now.
He wanted to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puff wanted to come to the show. It's been a long time coming because, you know, schedules have to be negotiated and whatnot. But he showed up. He smelled great. His stomach is flat. Heather, he was handsome. And he ain't going nowhere.
No.
Clearly. Can't be stopped now.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Bad boy for life.
Bad boy for life. That was a big moment for those
Yeah.
who know. That was, and I was happy for the both of you.
Yeah.
You know.
And he also let me know, no question, off limits, which I hate when publicists get in the way of stuff and screw up interviews by saying, you know, you can't ask this, you can't ask that. It ruins interviews. I like being...
As your publicist sits on the couch.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's over there. I'm big time now. I'm smoking my fake cigarette.
Okay.
Puffy wants to have more children. And this time with his girlfriend, Cassie. Well, you know what? I don't mind this, because you know what? There are people who have a lot of kids, and we call them sloppy, and we look at them like, Puffy already has 6 children with 3 women, including hood triplets. You know what a hood triplet is, right? That's when you have these 2 girls are twins, and then this one here was born at the same time in another state with another woman. That's a hood triplet. Like a hood divorce, where you just move out and never file papers. Anyway, he recently said that he wants 2 more with Cassie. Cassie's only 31. Puffy's oldest, Justin, is 27, I believe. 24.
Oldest is Quincy, 26, and then Justin, 24.
All right, the oldest, Quincy, 26 and 24. Look, Puffy's worth over $300 million. And I really love his love for her. When he came to our show, remember how he swooned over her? No, you didn't. You weren't watching. But when he was here, you know, because Puffy and I have been through things in the past, but now we're in a good place, so I'm not going to mess this up. Yes, right? Like, we did a grown people makeup right here on the show. So if you missed it, you missed a good one. Anyway, but yeah, he loves her and admitted it and went into it like extolling the greatness that is Cassie. And she's been around for a while, you know, and I do believe that she, at 31 years old, why shouldn't he have 2 more children? He can afford it. And you never hear about his kids doing anything wild. You never hear about him not paying any of his baby's mothers or not taking care of the kids. You know, he's proven to be a stand-up father. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Puffy's 48, and so, you know, why not get in there? Plus, this is the thing. This is the thing. When you get older, as in, you know, in age, you get softer, as in your heart. You know, you look around and you say, wow, you know, look what I've created. I've got all these children. I've got this young girlfriend now, though, and I really do love her, and she deserves more. Now, in the Hot Topics morning meeting, they said, well, maybe Cassie should ask for a ring before the kids. I said,
These days, people don't need a ring. She's with Puff. You get those 2 kids. As a matter of fact, Cassie, just have twins so you can one and done. Get the twins going. And maybe he's not the marrying kind, but he definitely is a stand-up father and seemingly boyfriend and a stand-up businessman. So would you be bugging if you didn't have the ring? Clap if she needs the ring. You all are corny. You have no idea what you'd be walking out on. But we're a little older. So sometimes we think that way. I mean you, not me. No, because I'm out here in these streets. So, you know, my mindset's a little bit different than the average older person. I don't think she needs a ring. I think that it's great that he wants to have kids with her, and good luck. Please sit down. Please sit down. I've got something very important to tell you. After 11 years of romance, Puffy and Cassie are officially broken up. I mean, it's everywhere, including People magazine, so you know it's true. So Puffy is 48, Cassie's 32, 11 years of her life. I was asked during our morning meeting, do I think that she wasted 11 years? I said, well, in a lot of ways, yeah, because, you know, when you're in your 20s, like she probably doesn't know how to apply for a mortgage. No, you laugh, but I'm talking about the practical things of life, you know? Doesn't know how to apply for a mortgage. She's probably always been on his insurance, you know, so she needs an insurance card, a Cigna or something to get all checked out. You guys are laughing. How to buy a car. Is renting, leasing, or buying practical for her? Maybe how to drive a car. Just saying. I like them together. And on the other hand, it wasn't 11 years wasted because Puffy introduced her to a world that she would never know. Because I still, for the life of me, and I like you, Cassie, and hi, Puff, but I still don't know what Cassie does except for walk around and look pretty. Do you know a Cassie song? Exactly. So People magazine, Love B. Scott, everybody's reporting this. Cassie, you're not elevated and you're only 32. If you want to go on and have a baby or, you know, but you're in the club, you know, that elite club once you mess around with somebody elite. Then all of a sudden, like your next boyfriend might be a multimillionaire, certainly not as much money as Puffy, he's got it all. But what to say? Like I'm sad about this, you all. I thought they were gonna get married. When Puffy was on the show, he was like, yes, you know, I'd love her to have a baby and marriage and all that other kind of stuff. Well, according to Love B. Scott, Puffy is now dating Jocelyn Chu. Now, I'll tell you about her. She's 26, and they reportedly have spent some time together in Miami, and they also went to a Drake concert together. Now, you know, that's on the up high. That's not even like sneaking around with somebody or interviewing a new girlfriend. That's like the real deal. What do I think? I'm sad, you know, but the older he gets, I guess the younger the girls have to get. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he feels like Cassie's old at 32. Oh, damn it, man. It was in January, Puffy said he wants kids with Cassie. Oh. I don't know. You know what? I want them to get back together secretly, but only get back together for a moment of time before you say you're engaged, she's pregnant, and you're getting married. I'm a sucker for that. All that. Yeah. Yeah. So Puffy wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. He's using it to try to help him, to get support. Cassie posted a photo of herself the other day. Here's the photo. And he commented, "Love you forever." Well, I thought that he was now with a 22-year-old. or something. Maybe not a permanent girlfriend, but you know, just snacking around. You know. Puffy posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life, and wrote, if anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. Would that get you? It would get me. Would that get you? It would get me. It would get me. But it depends on what he's done. Why are they broken up? She spent 11 years with him. She's 32 years old. She's got no children, which, by the way, in thinking over the weekend about kids or no kids, because, you know, I'm quick to say, okay, you know, he's got money and so on. You invested your time, have the baby. But you know what? There's nothing better than a clean break when you're young enough to go on and do your own thing. Like, yeah. Cassie doesn't have to deal with any of that baby mama drama and all that mess. She's 32, she'll get another, she'll get another. After they broke up, Cassie posted, F these hoes. So is that implying that he's been cheating on her? Yes. Well, we said, of course. I want them to get back together. Like, in my, oh, shut up, I'm a Cancer. You know I'm emotional. We've already cried on the show today. We cry, we laugh, we go home. That's the show. I want them to get back together only because they seem so adorable together. And then when he came here on our show and he expressed to her, you know, how much he loves her and stuff, like public announcement. And she doesn't have much of a career. I mean, what is Cassie doing? She's working on an album. She's 32, which is about 10 years too old for the kids who would care to buy. I suggest don't use social media, though, to reach out. I think this is a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession. Like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately, not publicly. Yeah, but 32, no kids, clean break. Move on with your life. You got this, Cassie. You got it. It's not just swelling. You could have lymphedema also. Puff, puff, puff. Speaking of which, hi, Puffy. So the word is he's bringing back making the band. Yeah. Yeah. So he announced it on social media yesterday. Take a look.
Making the band 2020. I really want to do this. I really think that I would have a good time. And I really think, I know that I'm going to build the biggest band in the world. Making the band is back. The sensei is back. The teacher is back. We back, baby! Yeah!
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Two things that I was beautifully distracted by. First of all, the mansion in the background. Like, wow. Second of all, the teeth. What a beautiful compound, right? That's out in LA, he's raising the kids and doing that thing. Look, he doesn't need this money. He doesn't even need the attention. They had Making of the Band, and to my best ability, all I can remember is Dan Eddie Kane, but I can't tell you one song. All I know is Aubrey O'Day. You know, she's like the Beyonce of the group. Well, It aired for 3 seasons, Making of the Band. I didn't realize that. Oh, they also had The Band. And remember, one of those girls got heavily surgicalized, so you don't recognize her anymore. Look, this is fun. It's a great idea. I don't know whether it's going to be on his Revolt or whether it'll be on, Fox or.
It's MTV.
It's going to be on MTV?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you know what? He doesn't need this. The thing is that the bands don't go on and become great successes from what we've seen. This band probably won't either because you don't listen to what he's saying. No, people just want automatic fame. You don't listen. If he says get cheesecake at 3 o'clock in the morning, you better go and get that cheesecake. And the thing is that he's searching for global talent. So wherever you are, come one, come all, to his Halloween ball. You can upload an audition video on social media using the hashtag MTBcasting. And the show will premiere next year on MTV, but here's the deal. If you don't listen to him closely and follow direction, you too will be like Danity Kane. Who? Da Band. What? Listen, he was an intern, remember, where he comes from. He was the one getting the cheesecake at 3 in the morning. And by the way, so was I. So if you don't listen to people who tell you, then all you're gonna do is be a Danity Kane. Anyway, I'm watching the show regardless. Good job, Puff. Puff announced that he was returning with that show, Making of the Band. And one of his fans tweeted and asked Puff that he should have Aubrey O'Day and Danity Kane return. And so Aubrey responded by saying, he can't finish any artist he starts. Well, that sounds like sour grapes. I mean, Aubrey, and I like you, but I'm calling it like I see it. Like, you're more successful at reality TV than you are with music. I don't know one Aubrey or Danity song, and that's real. Do you? Clap if you do. But clap if you saw her on Apprentice. And she did Apprentice, and what else did she do, Norms?
She did this show called Famously Single, where
right.
she met Pauly D. She's
Right.
on X on the Beach right now.
Right. Oh. So she's good at that, but maybe not so much at the singing. Listen, Aubrey, sour grapes. He might not have finished with Danity Kane, but maybe that's because you all thought you were bigger than you really were and you weren't listening to the master, as I said before. Little Kim was created by Puffy. She's a legend and icon. Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, Biggie Small, Janelle Monáe, French Montana, Machine Gun Kelly. Where do you want to go with this, Aubrey? Get your facts. That's all. I gotta get out of here. I got things to do. She just got tired of having to sneak around, and we never saw it. We're nosy here. We never saw them kissing or going to dinner or anything. And finally, I guess they were both like, look, let's just cut this. Let's get together. He's not marrying me. I want a baby. I one day want to be a wife with a baby. I've been with him for 11 years. I'm still young. I'm beautiful. She sings, so she has a talent, and he has his business. And if I were Puff, this would be the day I'd stay in bed all day crying. Just only because, Puff, and I love Puff. I respect his hustle, but a guy who's been a boss for so long like Puff, he's used to having people do what he wants. And when they don't, then he's used to seeing them buried under the bus afterwards. Like, think about it. When Puff is done with you, he drops you like Black Rob, who was his rapper person, and now he's in jail. Drops you hard like Aubrey O'Day. I mean, think about it. You don't just walk away from Puff and see success. Once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent his all-girl group to beat my ass in front of the radio station. Fact. And I finished my air. Oh God. Anyway, I finished my shift, wound up my headphones, put my bag in the crook of my arm, and see everybody lined up at the window looking down on the sidewalk. And I just work. I have coworkers, they weren't friends. You know how I tell you all, you better be careful of your coworkers because you work before nobody's paying your bills but you, right? So, I'm wrapping up my headphones and I'm going downstairs. My new boyfriend at the time, the bad Kevin, he was picking me up. But no, this is when he was the good Kevin, right? So I'm walking in the elevator with my intern at the time, Skeletor, but look, I'm like, why is everybody looking down at the sidewalk? I mean, noses were pressed to the glass. And I get downstairs and find this girl group jump out of a gypsy cab to come after me, to kick my ass. And I'm like, for what? You know what I said was true. You all are broke and you were living in the projects. And that was that. But the point I'm making is, Amanda, you shouldn't have, I didn't get back on the radio and talk about it. What I did was desire to do better so I can have a purple chair and talk about it right now and then have the whole scene play out in the Lifetime movie. So, Amanda, I'm sorry what happened to you. I need to know more of the story. But we've got more of this story today. And I always like to say, I could be anywhere I want, but I choose to be home or where I want to be. This weekend, I was invited to Puff, thank you so much. Because I have to be here on Mondays, and happy 50th birthday. People like you, I don't really understand. His actual birthday was November 4th. Why do you have to drag it out? Like, we already know you're the king of everything, and your sparkly jacket and stuff. Well, all right, so this is 4 months after, 1 month after his actual birthday, November 4th. Mary performed, Dougie Fresh performed, Little Kim performed, Usher performed. This was at his mansion, correct? That's the address that I had.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Something or another that I was like, okay. Jay-Z and Beyonce were there. Kim and Kanye were also there. Jay-Z and Kanye appeared to bury the hatchet. Puff posed with a picture with Jay-Z and Kanye and Pharrell, and people are saying Jay-Z doesn't look happy. Excuse me, Pharrell is not even in the picture. Kanye is off to the left as usual. And Puff is Puff because he knows how to strike a pose. Anyway, the video from the party went viral. It shows Jay-Z ripping a phone out of a man's hand because he was trying to take a picture of Beyonce dancing, having a good time. I'm shocked, like I am shocked at that level of the game that people are even doing corny mess like that, pulling out a phone. Fun. So then I read that Lizzo went into full-blown twerking at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And Puffy shut it down because he said, this is not appropriate. This is not appropriate. He wasn't fat shaming. What he was doing is time shaming. 4 o'clock, in the afternoon.
But
spicy Doritos.
He stopped her twerking.
I know. Wait, hold on. Spicy. I'm not going to eat until we're finished. But spicy Doritos. I love a fancy cutlery, and you know I love caviar. A little caviar and some Doritos. This brings me up high. This keeps me exactly where I need to be, right here, acting a fool. Anyway, so he stops Lizzo, but then Drea twerks full-blown twerking at 10 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, this is not fat shaming. What this is time shaming. You don't twerk in front of kids at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. People who don't have children would not know that because you're just living for excuse me, Norman, you're living for yourself and you do it all the time. Do you want kids?
No, I don't.
Do you like kids?
I love kids. I just don't want my own. But also, I mean, you can't convince me that it wasn't fat shaming. Sorry, Puffy. I love you.
Well, he covered it real well because I believe that it was time shaming. You know, as a mother, I know what happens at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on family day. By 10 o'clock at night, all those kids are in the west wing of the mansion compound. They've got a nanny per kid. There's like, 55 kids in there, and they are all coloring, spray painting, silly stringing, sleeping, whatever they're doing. The nannies are instructed, lock the door, do not let these kids out. And then that's when adults turn up. And that's what Drea was doing. That's all. Look, I'm trying to see both sides of the coin, okay? You know she's not my favorite person. But, we all fall down and then get up.